Kia ora everybody, and welcome to Elden Ring. I'm Skating Hobo, you can call me Bailey, and today we are finally making our start on this fantastic game. If you've been watching the Fallout 4 playthrough that's going up on the channel right now, you've probably heard me talk a bit about Elden Ring and how I've been wanting to do a playthrough for it, and you probably also heard me say I'm thinking about doing multiple playthroughs on the channel instead of just one a day. I'm thinking maybe we'll do two, maybe further down the line we'll do more, but for now we'll start with two. And Elden Ring is going to be our second game that we play. If you've seen the Dark Souls playthrough on the channel, I'm going to be going kind of similar to that, where I'll be using katanas and pyromancies, faith kind of things and dex kind of things. So I'm going to start with the samurai. Um, Other than that, though, I don't really have like a specific build or weaponry or any of that kind of stuff in mind. I'm mostly just playing for fun, as we do with all the games, really. So we'll just start by getting our name in here and the keepsake, right? So I'm sure if you've played this before, you already kind of know, and if you haven't, I'll just give a rough rundown. This you can buy instantly. This is the most viable pick, in my opinion. You'll end up with too many of these by the end of the game, so grabbing one early doesn't really help. You don't need these until way later in the game, and you can buy them very early. There's heaps of these around. Having an extra one is not going to help much. Heaps of these around, an extra one is not going to help much. I don't know why you'd pick any of these. So we're just going to start with Lands Between Runes to get a little bit of a bump on our runes at the start. And I've already made us a default, a template to use. Nice big blue boy, blue hair, kind of looking like a more modern, updated version of the character that we used in our Dark Souls playthrough. A little bit prettier, a little bit more shredded. Our last guy was a little bit kind of chubby in the face. This guy's a bit more like pretty. But yeah, that's who we'll go with. That's what we'll do. And I believe we start with a cutscene. So I'm going to just start by being quiet and letting it ride out. But thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All that useful stuff helps out the channel, helps me out. And then you won't miss a beat because this is going to be just like the Fallout playthrough. We're going to have daily episodes being uploaded until we finish. And I'm going to try to do as much as, if not all of the content in the game, even though there is a lot. So yeah, let's get into this cutscene.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever brilliant gold mask. Fear, the deathbed companion. A loathsome dung-eater. And Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
Ooh-wee. Doesn't that just get you hyped up? Especially when he's all like, "Arise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live." I'm like, hell yeah, brother, that's me. I take off my helmet for most of the playthrough, to be honest. I did not spend like, 10, 15 minutes in character creation to not look at my beautiful blue boy. And don't know how much of the bow I'm actually going to be using. Honestly, when it comes to like ranged in Dark Souls, I'm not the biggest fan. Like it doesn't really suit my play type. I like getting up close and personal and just smacking them in the giblets. I like a bit of faith, throwing some lightning or some fire at some people here or there, but yeah, nah, like I don't really care for bows. I mean, doing a full bow playthrough or like a ranger playthrough, pretty tough. Like, and that's a definite challenge run. Um, I guess I should explain what just happened. If people don't know, if for some reason this is your first like, oh, we got another cutscene. Hold on.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
All right, I think there's just a little bit more of that cutscene, but I think that's safe to talk now. So basically, what happens is you spawn. You watch your cutscene. You spawn in that church, and then you run down, and a big like grafted monster lands, and he smacks your booty until you die. You can try fight him if you want, and you'll get his sword and shield, and then you'll just have to kill yourself anyway, and to end up in the tutorial cave. So obviously, it's not my first playthrough, so I'm gonna be just jumping straight off the cliff. Um, but yeah, my experience with Elden Ring, I got this game early January this year. My cousin got it for me as a birthday gift. Shout out to my cousin Nathaniel, honestly, legend, saved my life. Probably wouldn't be here without him, for real talk. Um, but yeah, he got me this game as like a birthday gift, and in the past, I don't know, couple of months, over like 200 odd hours, I managed to get the platinum on one playthrough. My first character, using like no guides for my first playthrough, on my way to become the Elden Lord. I got the Lord of Stars ending. I went with Rani and Blyde and all that kind of stuff. It was real fun. Freaking loved it. And then, looked up a guide to get the Frenzied Flame ending, and then just did one more to become Elden Lord ending. So I got the platinum now. And that what was kind of my I don't know, personal prerequisite for before I started. Let me just move those back to where they're meant to be. It's the only thing about taking the rune is it kind of mucks up your inventory. But yeah, I wanted to get the platinum as like a prerequisite before I started doing a playthrough. So I figured I'd get to that, get that done, and then jump into it. So yeah, but if you watched the Dark Souls playthrough, or if you haven't and you want to go back and watch it while this is uploading in real time, if you're waiting for stuff to come out, that's something you can watch. You know that I'm not unfamiliar with FromSoft games. I've got the platinum in Dark Souls 1. I would have it in 2, but it's just such a grind. Like you've got to spend like hours on hours on hours doing like either PvP stuff or just tons of grinding just to get like a few items. Because like in the earlier Dark Souls games, like 1, 2, and I think 3, the trophies were like get every spell, get every weapon, get every incantation. Whereas in this one, it's only get the legendary one. So this is, I don't know, people, it's an unpopular opinion. People get a bit antsy or crybaby when you say it, but I think Elden Ring is the easiest FromSoft game to date. You might not think that, but personally, that's what I think. I think that I don't know, in my personal opinion, from what I've played, I would still say Demon Souls is by far one of the hardest. Um, Elden Ring being the easiest. Dark Souls 2 being probably the second hardest. But that's only because of patience. Like, Dark Souls 2 is a very easy game if you are patient. And that is a game where using the bow, super OP. Like, because in that game, if you kill all the enemies in an area 12 to 20 times, they will despawn permanently until your next new game plus playthrough. So you can completely clear areas and farm heaps and heaps and heaps of souls um, just by playing the game. Like if you get stuck somewhere and you just clear an area, it makes doing the boss run back like super easy. You can go back with full health, full items every time, and you'll probably farm heaps of souls from the guys and get mad levels. Not saying that you have to do that, but it's like it's an option. It's obviously going to take forever, but yeah, people find it hard because there's like lots of mob placement in there, like there's mobs everywhere. But I don't know, personally, 2, I think 2 might be one of my favorites. Dark Souls 1 will always be my favorite because it's just fantastic game. Elden Ring definitely is up there close though. Like this is holy moly. When it comes to like open world RPGs, this is what I want, right? Like, sheesh. But yeah, so we just did the little tutorial cave thing, even though we did not need to, just to get some extra souls and grab that emote. Um, and then we are here. Got my point. Look at it. What a beautiful land. Alright, so I'm hoping most of you know, because I mean, if this is your first like taste of Elden Ring or something, first of all, thank you for choosing me. That's super nice. I'm like, wow, by that. But second of all, I would highly recommend playing the game yourself. Like, there's any part of you that is thinking that you want to play this game, I would recommend playing it before you watch any content on it, because you'll never get that first experience back. You'll never have those surprises and those learning experiences that you would if you watch something. So personally, I think if you haven't played this and you want to play it, as much as I appreciate you watching it, I think you should stop watching right now, pick up the game and play it yourself, because you'll never get that back. Otherwise, I assume you know what you're doing, you know what's going on, and I won't have to explain too much. So yeah, let's talk to this guy. I think it's Vare.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we?
Yeah, boy.
Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring?
Yeah, boy.
Of course you have. No shame in it.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are
What
maidenless.
do you mean by that, bro? I ain't got no
Without
bitches?
guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the round table hold,
I mean,
you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
God, we're kind of hot. Like, we're blue, but we're kind of hot, right?
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless.
Really?
Me.
You?
Vale,
Okay.
take care to listen.
I'm listening,
Are
bro,
you
even though I
familiar
know what you
with
say.
grace?
Yeah, this thing right
Golden
behind me.
light that gives life to you, tarnished.
Yeah, boy.
You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times.
I do see that.
That
You're right. Look at
is
it
the
go.
guidance of grace. A
Wow.
path that a tarnished must travel. Hmm, indeed.
Hmm.
Grace's guidance
Indeed.
holds the
I love the way this
answers.
dude talks. He's so
It will
peculiar.
lead you, tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that, bro?
Grace's guidance will
So he's
reveal the
basically
path
explaining
forward,
how to
most
play the game, like
certainly.
in the most
The
basic form. If
castle
you don't know where to go,
Stormvale,
follow the golden
over
line.
on the cliff,
See that
the
castle
home of
behind
the
him? That's where
decrepit
he's telling us to go.
demigod, Godric the Drafted.
Sounds good.
It's time you
As
set
with
off,
Dark
I should
Souls and all
think,
FromSoft
to
games, you want to talk to
Castle
NPCs until they repeat
Stormvale on the
themselves. This guy
cliff,
is pretty inconsequential
where
to talk to because he
Grace
will
would guide
move
you.
along.
If
Actually,
you
I think
seek
most
the
NPCs are
Elden
pretty
Ring,
good in this
leave it
game where you
thus
can't
as you
miss them.
are.
Whereas in Dark Souls, if you didn't talk to them at a certain point, you'd miss out on stuff and they would just their quest line would be broken. This game, they kind
It's
of
time
progress
you set
anyway.
off, I should think.
Alright, so
To
it's time for us to set
Castle
off.
Storm
Castle
if you
Stormvale,
seek.
Maidenless, yet we ain't
It's
got no
time you for
bitches.
Castle
Alright, so now
if
he's
you.
repeating himself. We done here. Alright, following the guidance of Grace, let's head to the church. Go meet Kale. Maybe get me some thin beast bones. Obviously, we do not want to go anywhere near that tree sentinel right now, but oh, much like all, I'm assuming all people did, first playthrough, you come to this area, you meet him, and you're like, oh, it's on. I think I tried like at least 10 to 30 times to kill him before I even had defeated, like Margit or anyone. I think he was like my first encounter with a boss, and I decided that was how it was going to be. And then, yeah, eventually stopped being so stubborn and decided to progress without doing that. I know I don't need to rest at these graces. It's just kind of like a form of habit to sit down every time that I touch one. I'll try to not do that all the time, but it's just that habit. Alright, got
You're a tarnished.
Magical Santa with
I
his
can see it.
guitar
But I can
fishing rod
also
looking
see
thing. Banjo.
that you're not after my throat.
I mean, depending on what
Then
kind of
why
throat
not
you're offering,
purchase a
baby.
little
Ho ho.
something? I
Oh,
am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
okay. So we could talk to Kale. For the most part, this is all that matters for now. We'll come back and buy stuff off him later. Once we've been to a location or two, got some more runes up. We can obviously use our lands between runes, but I'm going to be, with most of my consumable runes, I just kind of hoard them until I need them at shops. I don't really use them to boost levels or to do anything like that. Like, you definitely don't need to grind in this game. It's not a game that requires grinding at all if you're doing all the content. Um, if you're, however, just running from like demigod to demigod, from great lord to great lord, then yeah, you probably need to grind some levels if you're not too versed in combat. But yeah, if you're doing all the content, holy shit. I think my first playthrough I ended up finishing the game at like level 170 or something crazy. And I was like, this feels ridiculously high. We don't need to kill these guys. We'll just go get our horse. Go get Tony. I know his name's like Torrent or whatever, but I'm probably call him Tony more than I'm gonna call him Torrent. Shout out Tony. Hey yo! But yeah, man, I've been wanting to play this like and on the channel since I got it, but I didn't want to rush into it and miss a bunch of stuff and have people coming and commenting me like, you missed this, you didn't do that, because you know how the Souls community can be sometimes. No offense, but sometimes we're a little bit douchebaggy online. A lot of us, lovely people that just want to help. Oh wait, we got another cutscene. I think got to get our Honda Accord. Yeah.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
That's one of my favorite posts on Reddit is someone who's drawn like a Honda Accord with her
Have
standing
you
beside
heard
it.
of the Finger
It's fucking
Maidens?
awesome. No, I haven't.
They serve
I mean, I have
the Two
now, but
Fingers,
this guy hasn't.
offering guidance
I don't mean to
and
talk over the
aid
NPCs, but they do have
to the
subtitles if you really,
tarnished.
really care, and sometimes I can't help myself, man. If you've watched any
But
playthrough before, you
you,
know I'm a chatterbox.
I am
I'm gonna be
afraid,
rambling.
are
Oh, yeah, I know.
maidenless.
Vade told me I got no bitches.
I can play the role of
Oh,
maiden,
wait. You wanna be one of my bitches? Final
turning
Fantasy
wounds
13
into
looking ass
strength
motherfucker?
to
Melina?
lead you in your search for the Elden Ring.
Okay.
You need only take me with you
Hell yeah. It's kind of hot.
to the foot of the
Like
Erd
that
Tree.
scene from Step Brothers. She's like, I just want to roll you up in a ball and shove you inside my vagina. Feel you as I'm walking around or whatever it is. God, that scene's fucked up.
Into strength.
And if you haven't seen that movie and don't know what I'm talking about, you're gonna be like, what the
Another
fuck did he
matter.
just say?
I bequeath to you this ring.
You did what to me, this ring? You queef me a ring. Hey, yo.
Use it to traverse great distances.
Yeah, so that's our horse. That's
It will
Torrent.
summon a spectral steed named Torrent.
Yeah. The boy.
Torrent has chosen you.
Hell yeah.
Treat him
Alright,
with
look at that
respect.
guy go. He's rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Alright, we're done here. Let's head back to the... Oh, wait. Before we head back to the church, let me grab the map. Because I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. You want to be careful of this homie up here. He's got a horn, and if he blows it, it like summons everyone. And at this point in time, we don't really want to do a 1v12. It's kind of a bit intimidating. So, oh wait, let's put Tony on our quick bar, pick up our map, and get the frick out of here. Cool. We'll just cut around this side. There's going to be some baddies, but we'll just run past them for now. We'll head over to this grace, and then we'll head back to the church. Oh, there are only 200 runes, but I like cannot help myself but smash a glowing skull and pick up the golden rune one inside every time. Even when I'm like level 150, I'm like, oh look, 200 runes, better grab them. Can't help it. Alright, got the map. Nice. Back to the church. Get us some dogs, and then we can start,
This way,
oh,
Tarnished.
we'll go for a big run
May I
first,
have a
really.
word?
You may.
Pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna.
No, you're not.
I'd heard tell of a tarnished
Look at her with her
hurking
4 arms
about
and her
atop a
2
spectral
faces.
steed.
What a
And
fucking
upon
cool
looking
design.
into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee.
Correct the
Thou art
mundo,
possessed
baby.
of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
Yeah, you want me to whip it out for you? I can do it.
As I had hoped.
Oh, she doesn't need me to
I
prove
was
it. Okay.
entrusted
I would
this
whip it out
thee
for you. I'd show you.
by
Right here, right
Torrent's
now.
former master.
Under the crescent moon. Got our bell.
'Tis a
Got our
bell calling
ashes.
forth spirits.
Hell yeah.
Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erd Tree. The spirits will obey thine command but briefly.
I don't know if it's the accent
As
or
they
the
recall
whispery voice,
battles
but
past.
I kind of dig
Now it is
Rani. Kind of about
to
it.
do with as thou wishest.
Wishest. Yeah, thank you.
Forgive mine intrusion,
Hey,
Tarnished.
it's no problem, baby
I
girl.
doubt we shall again meet.
Oh, we'll meet for sure.
But all the same, learn well the lands between.
I
How
will.
long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the 2 fingers?
Yeah, so Rani's whole quest line is about like defying the 2 fingers, and the 2 fingers are like the... I mean, in Dark Souls 1, you remember the snake in the ground, Framped? The 2 fingers kind of remind me of Framped. They're like the deities of the world that kind of foresee prophecies and everyone listens to them or some shit, but for the most part, they're just like, I don't know, tied to the old gods and don't really have much power or sway anymore. But yeah, let's head up here. Got Big Boy up here. My first playthrough, holy shit, I spent so long thinking that you had to fight him. Whoops, those side ones don't break, I forgot. But yeah, you know, tried to fight him for, oh my god, freaking ages. Like, easily gave him another, like, you know, 10 or so attempts before I was like, wait, what if we just run the other way and just, you know, kept on going? I was like, holy shit, I don't think I'm meant to fight giants yet. Or trolls, I think they're called, actually. I want to try to be correct with, like, the terminologies in this game. Like, try to not call things souls and try to not call things bonfires, but I've got almost 200 hours in Elden Ring and I still do it, so forgive me if I do and it annoys you, but, you know, you just have to accept that I don't come from the newer generation. I come from when it was souls, baby. Excuse me. Alright, coming here. Got Rodrika.
Everyone's been grafted.
That's gross.
Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They
Rodrika sounds
fought,
like she'd say, it's Tuesday, innit?
only to have their arms taken,
Yeah.
their legs taken.
So we didn't
even
see it, but
their
that beast that you
heads
fight at the start is one of the
taken.
grafted monsters. Just arms and legs and stuff all
Taken
stuck
and
onto someone.
stuck to the spider.
We'll find
Did
some of
you
those enemies later. Oh, actually, we might see one
replaced by the
this part.
spider? You become a chrysalid.
Oh.
It's quite a lark when you think about it.
Isn't a chrysalid what, like, caterpillars do? Oh, yep, got a new emote.
You're all
Love
on
it.
your own, are you?
Tuesday,
Heading to
innit?
Stormvale Castle. Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose.
Yeah, we did talk to Vare.
Oh, you've come to be one with the spider.
No,
Now that
I want
makes
to kill
us
it.
two peas in a pod.
You want to
But
be
I
with the
don't have your
spider?
courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off. Or
Yeah, so I
legs.
think that
Or
she
your
comes from some
head.
weird cult or
I
something that
want
was
to
going to
be
come
like
and join
everyone
the
else, but I'm
grafted.
just too scared.
But yeah, she doesn't
And
have
you
the balls
seem
to do
like
that. But I think it's more
friendly.
so she has the brains to not do it.
I know. Can you take this little one along with you?
Yeah, we can. Spirit jelly.
Nothing deserves someone braver than myself.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, right now,
The
you are a
spirits
weak
look
little
rather
pussy. But
fondly
you'll
upon
get
you.
there. We'll help
Be glad
Rodrika.
of your company,
I mean, we
I
don't really do
think,
much with her,
the
really.
little
She
one.
just becomes a merchant. I think
But
that's
it
it
was
for
a
her.
pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to see you
Oh,
too.
can you pass on a message for me?
I can
You see
try.
the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle.
Yeah.
Tell them I love them,
Oh.
and that despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough.
Nah, you won't.
And
We're going to
find
move
out
you
more
right now,
about this
actually.
whole pain thing, you know.
Yeah, fair. Is
It
that
was a
it?
pleasure to
Pleasure to see you.
tell
Cool
them I
beans.
love.
Thank you. So yeah, right here we have a stonewood key, which is why I think grabbing the one at the start is like, what's the point? We'll touch this grace. We'll head up to the lakes soon. First, we'll go get the War Master's shack and some more runes and stuff. For the most part, I don't know if it'll be this part only or it'll be the first two parts, but we got a lot of like collection of stuff to do. Like there'll be items I want to grab and graces I want to grab, and we probably won't be doing too much like fighting until we get a lot of our stuff set up, like some memory stones, some spells. We'll get to the round table, hold, and talk to a few NPCs. Oh, gotta be careful here because there's like rocks that blow up. Okay, let me grab the thing, man. What the hell? Sometimes the pickup item is whack. Oh, and you may notice that I've rebound my keys because I thought the way it was set up. Okay, I cannot grab this. I thought the way it was set up was dumb. The fact that jump was on X and pick up stuff was on triangle didn't make sense to me. But because I've been playing Fallout, jumping with triangle made sense. Like, this is just, you know, natural to us. So I just figured, oh, yuck. Get out of here, Man-Bat. The enemy of Batman. But yeah, so I rebound it so that, you know, X is accept and pick up and all that kind of stuff, and triangle is jump. Which personally I think it's really useful. Like, it's almost as useful as bumper jumper, but I wouldn't use bumper jumper for this because jumping is not as useful as blocking. Well, I mean, it depends on your build. If you're going for like two great swords or like two big hammers or something, you probably jump more than you block, to be honest, and roll a bit more. Oh, you gotta be careful of these things, man. I've seen some clips where people get killed by them. Like, you know, they're like just finish a boss fight and they've got like 1 HP left, and then this freaking ram comes out of nowhere and just taps them. Alright, got another grace here. Got a little bit of blood on my face. I think it's from one of those deer.
Not
No,
seen you before.
the brother Bernal.
Name's Bernard. Tarnished, just like you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
He stands right now with his Zweihander, but his real weapon, so cool.
Does your faith in the guidance
It's like a big staff, but he just whacks people with it.
despite the collapse of the Golden Order?
Do I believe in grace? Nah, brother.
Fault, I see. Such thoughts won't behoove you as a tarnished.
Yeah, I know.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts?
Yes, sir, I do.
Now's the time to
Oops, I pressed X, sorry.
to a good tarnished like you.
I'm gonna try to not skip dialogue, but it is quite easy. Before I, oops, alright. That's just him being like, why'd you not buy anything? I'll just pop one of these real quick, because I need 600 for what we want from here. Hello. Decided to buy something? Yes, I have. So I just want to grab no skill, because we might need that on certain shields. It's pretty useful. Everything else he's got is up to you whether or not you find it useful. But yeah, he just talks about Ashes of War. We'll learn about them a bit more later on, but it's just, I mean, you can see up there on the left, I've got Unsheathe. It's the skill that your weapon can do. Oops. He's just explaining Ashes of War. Cool. Thanks, Bernal. We've touched this. Let's head on this way. So I believe if we go too far this way, a death bird will appear, so we got to be careful. But if we can aggro a giant, like this guy here. Hello. Come here. Yeah, be angry. Just come smack this for me. Oh, we got... Don't get angry at me. You stay away. You do your... Okay, cool. Good enough. Alright, now we just want to grab the loot. Oh, look out for the legs. Don't read the message. Okay. Some smithing 1s and a 2. That'll come in handy later. And then we can just get the frick out of here. But yeah, if you go too close to that structure there with all like the glowing dots on it, a death bird will appear. And I don't know what our current status, we do not want to fight a death bird. We could, it's just, you know, until you've got your weapon level up and you've got your personal level up and all that kind of stuff, like, yes, you can fight things and possibly win, but is it really worth it? There's a bunch of enemies in here, we're not worried about them at all. Little dungeon over there where you can get Uchigatana. We could dual wield them if we want to go too, but I'm not too bothered about that. Here's the boy, Iron Fist Alexander.
My stars! I'm so happy to see you.
Where's the stars? It's a cloudy as night. I kind of like that blood on our face, man. It's like some Braveheart paint.
And as you can see, I'm stuck here.
How?
Can you help me out of this?
Yeah, boy.
Of
course.
1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the
Oh, you want me to
rear
tap the
with
booty?
something nice and big.
Okay,
And
something
I'll
nice and big.
come
Oh,
out, I'm
I
sure.
got something nice and big right here for you, Alexander.
There's
Wait,
no need to fret.
no homo though. I'm wearing my socks. It's okay. It's okay. I'm wearing
Visual, I
socks.
say.
So it's, you know, no homo. Alright. Gotta smack him in the bum. There we go. Pop him out, get in the moat.
Well played, good sir. Well played.
Thank you.
Oh, that mighty wallop of yours.
Oh, he said it almost spelt the end of him because we hit him very hard, but he's just, you know, he's just a big funny man.
And that's what counts. Aye, thank you.
Did he just pull that out his
As a
ass?
token of my appreciation,
Or was it his pocket? I mean, he ain't got pants, so... Do you got pockets, or did you just give me some flesh from your butt?
once again, pleasure is mine. I am the warrior Jar known as Alexander.
But yeah, so like, in this game, if you don't save him here, or you don't go see him in Gale Tunnel, he'll still appear at Redmane Castle for the festival. Whereas in Dark Souls, that would not be the case. They would, you know, be like, oh, you missed him here and you missed him there, you missed him at the festival as well. So, it's quite good. And I don't think any of the NPC quests were tied to legendary items. Or maybe talismans to get to some locations, but I think all the weapons and spells and incants you could just get through playing the game. Oh no, because you need Rani's spell through Rani's quest. So some of the NPC quest lines do matter, but like his is pretty inconsequential. You just get a good talisman at the very, very end. Yeah, he talks about a festival that we'll be doing much later. Hell yeah. Alright, I think that's all he says. Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Alright, let's get back on our horse. We'll pick up a grace, talk to a merchant, talk to an NPC, pick up another grace, pick up a talisman, pick up some runes, grab some stuff from a church. Yeah, we got a lot to do, like a lot of running around. Just kind of like the setup for this game. Like, I mean, you don't have to do it. You could head straight to like Stormvale or whatever if you wanted, or the Weeping Peninsula if that's the way you want to go. Secret dungeon down there. You can tell because of the flowing air current. It took me ages to find that one. Like, I think it was on my second playthrough, actually. I was running across this bridge and saw that and was like, wait a minute, what's down there? Oh, he just is, like, surprised. Most of the merchants, I'm going to skip through their dialogue because they're not actually, like, consequential topics. Alright, so we need 2 grand. We'll just sell the lands between one at this point. I want to get that one, and this.
I'm afraid of...
Yeah, he just is a bit of a shy little guy. But now I got the bandit mask. I can have my beautiful hair and half my face out. A little bit of defense too. I don't know, I just like the bandit mask. I think it's a good piece of armor for the face that doesn't require you to cover your face. So then going around the graveyard so we don't have to fight no skellies. We got D. Hello.
A tarnished, are you?
I like his armor, man. He's holding like a head on his chest.
I hunt down those who live in
Crazy.
death and weed their
The gold and
death.
silver.
Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death,
Down there.
and worse
Okay.
yet, it is home to a man.
Oh, they're not so bad.
If you value your life, then go no further.
Okay. And I think he just
The
says go no
village
further.
here turn back.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, D. Bye, D. Alright, so We will be coming to do the Mariner's Quest because the Beast Talisman and the Beast Incantations are freaking sick. Well, some of them, not all of them. But we won't be doing that right now. We'll wait until we've got our weapon upgraded a bit. We've got our... Actually, I haven't even freaking put my dogs on the thing. I was going to say wait until we got our dog upgraded a bit. We'll use the dogs until we get to the Mimic, and then obviously we're just going to use the Mimic for pretty much the whole playthrough, because even though it's been nerfed since original release, like I watched a video of it originally when it was like, you know, using like your flasks and stuff like that, and it was like super smart AI. That was broken as. It's not that strong, but the Mimic's still obviously the strongest summon by far. But yeah, we'll just use the dogs until we get that. I don't really worry about too many of the summons. There's a lot of them and they're very cool, but yeah, they're nothing to really like hype up about other than different play styles really. And I think the dogs are useful. You get 3 of them, so that's nice, you know, nice clean number. They're all relatively strong, and they can stagger quite well. Like their hits do a decent amount of stagger to enemies. So there's a lot of times like an enemy will go to swing at you, a dog will hit them in the back, and the enemy just gets interrupted real quick. And you're like, yo. Obviously down there's heaps of turtle meat and all that kind of stuff if we want to farm up for crafting stuff, but it's not too big a deal right now. I know down here somewhere you can drop off, and there's those graves that we can loot. Yeah, down here. And there's more over that side, but we'll go over there after we've talked to Kenneth and when it's not nighttime, because I think a deathbird spawns over there too. So many deathbirds, so many night creatures. I should probably make it daytime, to be honest. Like the Knight's Cavalry and the deathbirds are pretty intimidating this early on. Alright. But yeah, so we got like, you can see here, we got a bunch of runes already just chilling. And we go for that wind current down there. It'll take us to the church. We've got to get a sacred tear and a flask. So what I like to do, right, is I put a horse marker where these things are, so that I can always remember where I can like, oh, come here, get around. So yeah, that's one of the Ashes of War. So like you can put different abilities on your weapon in this game. It's freaking cool as. I assume, like I said, I assume you already know a little bit about Elden Ring. If you're watching this, this isn't like your introduction, but if it is, again, thank you. That's wild. Just choose this. Like most people choose what's his name? Cowboy, fighting Cowboy. That's what most people watch, right? Like he's the go-to Souls content creator, right? Unless you're watching like speed runs or something, like challenge runs. He's the one that does your full walkthrough, full explanation, full let's plays and all that. Just rest up so we can get our flask up. So we add a charge and increase the amount. For now, we don't need to worry about actually, you know what, we'll make it daytime as well, so it's less spooky out here. It was almost daytime anyway. It was like probably a few minutes away. But yeah, so we got the Flask of Wondrous Physic. I like to put that on my other slot on the side, and then the top slot I'll use for a lantern when we get that, but we won't get that until we head down south or up north, either or, because there's 2 spots that sell it. Just go over here, talk to Kenneth, grab a grace, grab our map, grab some stuff for our physic. So much to do. Gotta grab the first half of the medallion and bloody slash, but again, like with an unupgraded weapon and unupgraded dogs, I'm not sure how we'll do against him over there.
Who might be interested in rescuing...
Hello.
Come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but...
Classically, royalty does not like tarnished.
No, the help is very much appreciated. Even
I think there's a deathbird fight over there where those graves are above my head. I might be wrong, but I think it's over there. Yeah.
Heard of me? Kenneth Height.
I have heard of you, my bro.
The rightful ruler of Limgrave.
Hell yeah.
Tarnished. I would
Young.
have a boon of you.
I think I made him
I
mature.
want you to take back my fort.
Yes, we
It
will.
lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood.
Okay.
A knight commander from Stormvale took it.
The
Fool
bastard.
and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
I mean, I get it. Blood's OP.
What are you waiting for? A kiss
I mean,
goodbye?
is it an option?
My fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. Take it back for me.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Fret not.
Oh, sorry. Pressed
The
X.
great Kenneth Height is known for his considerable largesse. The celebrations will be
Oh,
lavish
yeah.
indeed upon
We're gonna have
the
a
goal of my
party,
fort's retrieval.
and you can give me a reward.
Yes. Now, allow me to furnish you with a little advice.
Okay.
I would take great care to avoid Godric's tarnished hunts were I in your shoes.
Tarnished
That
hunts.
depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the
Oh
sake
yeah, they
of
want to
grafting.
cut off our limbs and
Honestly,
stick them to
Godric's nothing
themselves.
more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh.
I love that he calls him a
First,
country
he
bumpkin.
hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man.
Yeah, so basically Godric's whole
Has he no
story is that
shame?
he's just like a big
God
pussy.
blouse?
So being the first, oh,
He's the
probably
blood
the
of
first
Godfrey,
Lord you
after
fight,
the golden
very
lineage.
underwhelming dude.
Though you almost
Can
won't
be
be able
tough,
to
but
look at him.
not very.
Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it.
Yeah, fair enough. He seems like a bit of a
What are
weak
you waiting
little
for?
weirdo.
A kiss goodbye?
Yes,
My
I want the
fort
kiss.
lies to the south. Beyond.
Alright, I think that's the end of his dialogue though. He just says like, go take back my fort. I'm not gonna kiss you. Alright, Kenneth, fine. I'll grab your goddamn fort after I get these runes and a map and something for my physic. Alright, runes are plenty. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to use these to just like bump up my levels crazy. Like, I gotta jump up again. Cookbook. Oh, almost hit it. But yeah, I won't use them to just like boost levels because it's not really that useful. Like, you could get a few decent levels this early on, but I prefer to save it for like when we go to the store and we're like a little bit short. Or if you're like about to do a boss fight and you're like maybe a few thousand or 100 runes off a level up, may as well just level up so that way you can fight with like full confidence about not worrying about losing more runes. Pretty useful stuff. But yeah, when obviously most people when you first play like a Souls game or whatever, you grab something like a large soul of a nameless soldier or a lands between rune or whatever, and you're like, oh, use it right away, and you get your 4,000 souls. You're like, yeah, awesome. But then later you're killing one enemy for 40,000 souls, and you're like, oh, I don't know if using those things is that useful. I mean, it's all perspective and matter of opinion. You might prefer to get levels up right away so you can fight stuff right away. All right, this is risky. Got 2 big beers here. Gotta grab nothing, a rune, and a poop. And we got another beer up here. He's guarding a cookbook. Grab this, and then we got the regional map. Oh, that is close. I just actually jumped IRL. Pop up here, open the door, but we're not going to worry about that. Head to the front of the tree. Should be here. Awesome. I don't really use either of those, but I think it's just useful to grab. Like the spike crack tier is pretty useful early on, but the one I want is from the Weeping Peninsula with the bubble and the health regen boost passive. Right, we need to hear the howling over here. It's important for the quest. And I think there's some items over here. There's a talisman inside here, but it's just for charged attacks, and like with only 4 total talisman slots and that not being a legendary one, I don't feel the need to pick it up, but you know, I'll acknowledge it's there. Wait, before we go that way, we go up. Because there's a graveyard. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember everything, but there's so much in this game that, like, there's a good chance I'm going to miss some stuff, you know? So, obviously not this part, but maybe later on if you're watching along and you think, like, oh, he's forgotten this or he's missed this, then, you know, drop a comment saying so and I'll happily go back and do it. But, you know, obviously this part, I'm running around grabbing stuff. You never know what we're going to come back and do and all this and that, so don't worry too much about it just yet. But the goal will be, much like with the Fallout playthrough, my goal is to kind of try to do everything. Alright, we can't set the marker because we're in combat. I'm going to kind of hope it just, yeah, there we go. Goes away. Kill. Horse jump. And then you know what? Let's take a jump just for fun. Whee! Somewhere over here, some dogs. That's what we're looking for. There we go. A wolf. But all I really want, as per usual, is all these loose runes. There's a big white wolf here. That thing's a bit harder, and if it hits you, it will hit like a bit harder. But the good thing about riding the horse, if you don't already know, is that the horse has his own health bar, and there's a good chance he'll get hit before you get hit, so you can like survive a lot of the hits. That's all we need there. Clean sweep. How we doing on time? We got like 15? Easy. But yeah, if you don't know this already, I try to make most of my parts an hour long, and I do an upload a day. So Fallout is currently in the 6 p.m. slot, and I'm trying to open up the 8 p.m. slot on my channel, which will now be for Elden Ring. So 8 p.m. New Zealand time daily, there will be a new Elden Ring episode. So if you're watching this in, real time or just as they're uploading, and you're wondering when the next episode will be, it's tomorrow. All right, so we'll put this and this in our physics, so it's actually useful. And I think let's not worry about trying to do this just yet. I think that might be a little bit tough for us. Let's go back over to America, or the Third Church of America, sorry. I just kind of read the last word and went with it. And instead we will jump back into the river and go see the Beast Clergyman guy. And doing this, I think, will take us to the Round Table Hold, and that's probably where we'll wrap up this part. So we'll head through here. There's like 2, 3 grace we want to grab. We can't really do anything with Gurang or whatever his name is, but it's good to have this place unlocked so we can come here anytime we get a death route. Hey, Goo Bag. God. If you don't know already, spoiler alert, warning, skip forward like 15, 20 seconds. He gets hostile at some point, and you have to like scrap him, not to kill him, but just to like get his health to low enough point. Holy shit, that scared the crap out of me when I first did that. And this guy, the fact that he isn't hostile just when you're running up, surprised the shit out of me as well. Like, I came out of that church and was like, alright, here we go. But no, he doesn't care, only if you hit him. And then when you do hit him, you regret it because he's angry forever. My horse tactic, right, I heard it on a speedrun thing, like a guy was explaining speedruns. I forget who it was, and I know I shouldn't, I feel bad if I can't credit the source, but they said that every 6 gallops with the horse, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you sprint. And that way in combat, you oh, let's grab this thing as well. I haven't grabbed it yet. In combat, you will always recharge your stamina back, and outside of combat, it pretty much is the sprint distance anyway. So it's a bit risky, but we're just going to run past this guy. Hello. Give him a little smack, eh? Fuck you. 45 damage. Let's look at him. We should be sweet, though. I don't think his breath attack will reach us if we get far enough away. And I don't think he'll fly up and over. Even though he's called the Flying Dragon, he doesn't do a lot of air combat. Most of the dragons are pretty easy. They all have the same attack patterns and the same moves, apart from their like 1 or 2 unique moves. Unless they're like, a legendary boss dragon. They're all relatively easy once you figure it out. It's just like, avoid this move, smack him in the shins. Avoid this move, smack him in the head. Avoid this move, smack him in the shin again. I don't know. Same diff. Very easy. Alright, so we've got some more runes up here. We've got a tower. He's still aggroed on us right now. I don't know how long that'll last, so I'll just hop into the tower to grab our memory stone, and then I'll mark that horsey jump spot. We're out of combat now. But I'll mark it when we get back out. Yeah, so in here, we have our first memory stone. And they let you have more spell slots. So in like previous Soul games, you'd have to increase your mind or your faith or your arcane or something to get more spell slots. Every like 5, 10, 20 or whatever, you'd get one. Whereas in this game, it's just these little items, and I think that's freaking awesome. So we'll oh god, I get sometimes as you've seen if you've watched me play like Fallout or something, sometimes my buttons just, I forget which does what. And next thing you know, I'm like pushing the wrong thing, and I'm jumping off a cliff, and I'm like, okay, whoops, my bad, we died. And we definitely don't want to die anywhere out here. That's mad annoying. Grab this one, even though I don't know if we'll ever come back here, because we've got that, and we've got the ones up over there. But, okay. And then we'll head back to the Stormhill Shack, because we've still got like 10-ish minutes. I think we've got enough time to head up to the first lake, Grace, which will move her to the round table. And then we'll be able to get another golden seed, which will be quite nice. And we can upgrade our dudes' summons if we get some glovewort, which is cool. Now, if you watch speedrunners, you know that they take that left pass and like jump the gap. One, I'm not trying to speedrun nothing, so I'm not going to be taking no risky ass shortcuts. And 2, I've never made that jump in my life. I've tried so many times, just thinking like, fuck it, I want to see like if I can, get the tactics down, but nah. Could not. But yeah, so like I said, this first part there's pretty much next to no action. Most of it is all just kind of like gathering things, looping around to some certain stuff, unlocking stuff along the way. Hopefully tomorrow's part, part two, we'll have a bit more going on. I'll probably head down to the Weeping Peninsula because that'll be the area we clear first because that's what I feel like is the starter area. Obviously, Stormvale Castle is probably about just as difficult, maybe a little bit harder than the Peninsula area, but I don't know. Personally, I just feel like the Peninsula is where you're meant to go first because the enemies all around there kind of feel a bit easier. The boss fight there is way easier, and the dungeon itself, like the castle, is pretty easy to navigate opposed to Stormvale, where like you've got those multiple paths and there's that big lion in it and all that. It's a bit more intimidating at Stormvale than it is in the Peninsula. Oh yeah, so we'll head into here. We don't want to rest at any of these graces though, because any in Caelid or any grace now, but if you touch any of the lakes or Caelid graces, the moment you rest, Melina will appear and want to take you to the Round Table Hold. And yes, we do want to go there, but there's things we can do before we go there, and it's just, I guess efficiency. But we're going there at the end of this part. We'll make sure that's where we go. Got another tier. This guy doesn't matter so much right now. He pretty much doesn't matter at all unless you really want an emote to get into another spot for a memory slot. But we will come and talk to Thought later. His name's Thops, but I call him Thought, like, a slutty girl. I think we can just ride through this camp. I don't think there's anything worth remembering in here. Summon our dogs, We'll get them some screen time. Woof woof buddies. Get them. Sick balls. Yeah, obviously we do like no damage in this area. We're not meant to really be here right now, I don't think. But we can be here, so why not? Alright, we're at 50 odd minutes. Yeah, I think we can go grab a map for this area. Alright, yeah, so they're going to be a bit hostile towards us until we rest or get far enough away, but we should be fine to talk to this guy.
No one surprised you, no matter.
Hello.
Don't.
Alright, so we need a few more runes. I need at least 2,000 because I want this. And then crystal darts and arrows, and that's not that useful. Yeah, the rest of it we can come back and buy later if we so deem. But then, yeah, having the lantern means I can put it here. And now my little secondary quick menu thingy is all loaded up. I hate grabbing this map. There's a chance we're going to die right now, just so you know. This map here, very difficult with these little... Oh, I'm talking shit. Oh my god, I'm the best in the world. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. Holy moly. Usually I get this shit smacked out of me, my horse will die, and those guys like stun lock me. Maybe it's the blessing of recording, because I'm actually Oh no, there's more. I've taken a wrong turn. I was looking for a grace. Oh, there it is. But yeah, usually those guys smack the shit out of me and I have to like, really try to... Come on, let me sit. Iframes. Yes. Now... Oh, it jumped us. Okay, now Melina can talk to us. That's fine. Those things hit us in the middle of it trying.
I've been testing you.
Oh yeah?
To
How?
determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you. If you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path.
Yeah,
It
I got the
seems
middle.
my worries were
Metal.
very start.
Shout out to
Whereas
Tenacious
I
D.
merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance.
Oh yeah?
I can take you to the Round Table Hold.
Oh no, not these jabronis.
Of tarnished champions.
You say
Guided
champions,
by
I say a
grace.
package of bronies. You know what? We're gonna say no. We'll talk to her at a bit later. Let's just quickly get the Hogwarts thingy unlocked as well, and then we'll go to Round Table. Just because we're right here, right? But these are the grafted. These like things with a billion arms on them. Oh shit! I almost overjumped it. Yeah, look at them. That's what spawns at the start, or something similar. The one that spawns at the start actually has like a holy shield and sword, but they're very similar to that. They're just a bunch of arms and legs all grafted together. But this is one of the demigods locations, Hogwarts, or the Lorena Academy. Up here is a note that'll tell you how to get into the academy. Obviously I've played before, so we don't actually need to use that. But yeah, pretty useful if you don't know what to do. Make sure you read your notes and read item descriptions. So we'll hop down here onto this. Learned that one from a speedrunner. Honestly, that's what I mean though. Like, play the game through yourself for fun, because that's the only time you're going to get that experience. And then afterwards, watch content. Because like watching content, I learned some speedrun jumps. I learned some little bits of that. And we want to be careful not to get poisoned. But I'll grab as many rooms as I can because I'm a greedy little shit. And then I'll see if I can grab this smithing stone and a grace, and then we'll go to the table. Got that. Like, look at that. 3 smithing stones, 2s. Very useful. Alright, these things can be scary because they shoot like magic missiles times infinity at you, and they home. So you got to really book it to get out of there. But that's no biggie. And here we have what was once the most overpowered weapon in the game until, you know, nerfs came along. The Ice Rind Hatchet. It's not even so much the weapon as it's the Ash of War, or the weapon art that's on it. That Hoarfrost Stomp. I've seen some videos back in, like, you know, early days of this game. That shit is crazy. Alright, we'll grab this. And how are we doing on time? We got 4 minutes. You know what? Let's be risky. Let's run it Smarag, or Smalrag, or whatever this dragon's name is. This fight is for much later. We will not be coming to fight this dragon for a little bit. But we can run between his legs and grab his key. Easy as. So he's asleep, she's asleep. I don't actually know the gender, shouldn't assume. When you get close, they'll stand up. You can just skip through the legs, grab some grease, grab a key, look out for a spin attack, and run away. Just like that. Her fighting arena is all around the front of those rocks, so she actually won't chase you back here. I don't know, now I'm calling her a she before I called her a he. What is it? Who knows? I don't know, that's for sure. We'll just kind of go until we're out of combat. Come on, Smarag, give it up. You won't come this way, we both know it. I don't want to get into combat with anything else, so I better stop riding too far. Alright, now we'll go to Storm Shack. Yep. And we'll pick up that golden seed I was talking about. Because once you've head over to the lake area, Rodrika will move. So yeah, now she's gone. We got this. And we will go to the round table hold now. Sorry for edging you, Melina. I just had to... Oh, let's actually up our flask real quick. Got another charge. Awesome. Alright. We're off to the round table hold. I'm ready. Yes, now we got Hogwarts ready. We got Stormhill ready. Next we'll be going over to Caelid, because I got to do some stuff over there. But we obviously have to do that next part now. We just do not have the time. We got like less than 2 minutes. So we won't even talk to anyone at the round table. Excuse me. We'll just wrap it up there for today. One thing I got to do actually is sort out and get familiar with my gestures, you know, because I mean, this one, when you use it, he says, hey. So I can't wave to say goodbye, because that's not right. Let's put dejection. Actually, no, let's put that there. This can be jump for joy. And then that'll be snap when we get it. And we'll work on the rest later. But hey, for now, thank you very much for joining me for the part 1 of this Elden Ring playthrough. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you've been enjoying it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Helps out the channel, lets me know you guys are interested, and makes me want to keep doing this stuff and all that. Lets YouTube know you're interested, which is probably the most important thing. Otherwise, I will catch you guys tomorrow for the next episode. Have a great day. Ka kite.